ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम। 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 जय जय राम जय जय राम। ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्राय नमः। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। ॐ श्री हनुमते नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनं। ॐ श्रीचिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। ॐ श्री तुलसीदासाय नमः। हरि ओम, a very warm welcome. The entire atmosphere of Ayodhya is about to change. Devatas fell at the feet of Mata Saraswati, requested her to do something by which Ramchandra ji goes to forest. And we also made a mention yesterday which requires to be remembered. What is that? Though Manthara, her mind was perverted by the powers of Saraswati ji based on the request of the gods, Manthara is normally taken in the world to be a very negative character, but we also have to give that benefit of doubt. Or rather, in fact, you may also say Manthara was not a very sane lady before also, but because of the powers through which Saraswati ji perverted her mind, it became different. And very interesting, look at the name Manthara. Manthara means that which is slow and steady, but at the same time it is completely different from the others in Kannada Bhasha. In particular, it is very interesting to understand Manthara. Thara in Kannada means one particular type, a different type. Man ondu tara, it is said. Like that, her mind was perverted, it became one particular type. Thirdly, Manthana we know, Samudra Manthana. And what happened is when Samudra Manthana took place, first came the poison. Isn't it? We all know the story. First came the poison, and graciously Bhagavan Parameshwara Shiva took it and drank and held it in his hand, in his neck, throat rather. Therefore he became Neelakantha. Is it not? We know the story. Samudra Mathana. And here one another Samudra Mathana as though is going to take place. And now we see who is Manthara? Manthara is nothing but Kaikeyi's servant maid. Now interestingly we should know that Manthara and Kaikeyi have always been together right from childhood. And therefore, when Kaikeyi got married to Dasharatha and came to Ayodhya, Manthara also accompanied her, unlike the other servant maids who were there with her. Manthara came from Kaikeyi Desha because she was the most, in my style if I may say, dearest most. I know in English it is a wrong word. Dearest most person for Kaikeyi is Manthara because of that beautiful bringing up together. Incidentally, we must also make another point. Both of them were good. Both of them were good. Now, for the sake of the Devata's demands, Saraswati ji has perverted their mind. Again, we saw Saraswati ji is not to be blamed. Devatas are also not to be blamed because the purpose of the very birth of Ramchandra ji is to eliminate Ravana. Is it not? And all the Rakshasas en route. Therefore, we need to know these behind. But at the same time, on the face of the story we find Kaikeyi also changes her mind because of the influence of Manthara. Namu Manthara Mandamati. Very wicked. Very slow, very steady, very wicked minded Manthara, who is Cheri Kaikeyi Keri, Ajasa Pethari Tahikari, and with the perverted mind. Now she is going to come and create the whole drama which will start now. Gai Gira Mati Feri. Saraswati ji returned back. Having perverted the mind of Manthara, Saraswati ji went back to her abode. Now see, we will chant the 13th Chaupai. दीख मंथरा नगरु बनावा मंजुल मंगल बाज बधावा पूछे सी लोगन काह उछाहू राम तिलकु सुनि भाउर दाहू करई विचारु को बुद्धि को जाति होई अकाजु कवनि विधि भ्राति, देखि लागी मधु कुटिल किराती, जिमि गवत कैले उकेहि भांति, भरत मातु पहि गई बिलखानी, कान मनि हसी कह हसी रानी, उतरु देई न लेई उसासु, नारी चरित करि ढारई आसु, हसी कह रानी गालु बड़ तोरे, दीन लखन सिख असमन मोरे, तब ही न बोल चेरी बड़ी पापिनी, छाड़ई श्वास कारी जनु सांपिनी, सभय रानी कह कह सिकिन, कुशल राम महिपालु, लखनु भरतु रिपुदन मनु सुनी, भाकुबरी उरसालु सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। दीख मंथरा नगरु बनावा, Manthara went and saw the entire city. Everywhere it is festival mood, and everywhere, every house, every road, every junction, everywhere it is decorated beautifully. She has not yet got the news. It's just one day difference. Therefore, she has not yet got the news. Therefore, she was wondering. Manjula Mangala Baja Badhava. Festival music is being played, so melodious all around the town. Pooche si logan kaha uchahu. She asked people, what is this all? Kahu jau? Why is this all rejoicing going on? What is the news? Rama tilaku suni bhavuradahu. The moment she heard, everybody said, what? You didn't know? Tomorrow morning, Ramchandraji is getting coronated as the Yuvaraja. Didn't you know? How sad. Go, tell others also. Be happy. People must have told. But at the same time, what is her condition? Bhavuradahu. Her mind was completely shattered. She was completely distressed in her heart. Why? Karai bicharu kubuddhi kujati. Now, kubuddhi, very evil-minded, Manthara. We will take it as how it is. Even though it is Saraswati ji who has perverted, now she is perverted. Therefore, kubuddhi. Karai vicharu kubuddhi kujati. That evil-minded, and she was a low-born, she was a maid. A low-born lady. She was wondering. She started pondering in her own heart, in her own mind. Hoya kaju kavani vidhirati. Now what shall I do? Something has to be done, created overnight, that the whole plate turns. Dekhi lagi madhu kutila kirati. And just as, in the tribal women and men, when they see that honey bees beautiful, that nest there, the first thing they want to remove that and take all the honey away. And for that, they are ready to even kill all the bees. That is a thought they have. Similarly, you will find Manthara now is ready to create a ruckus in the entire Ayodhya. Jimi gavata kaila wo kahi bhati. Now, that particular way how the tribal men and women remove the honey for enjoying it, Bharatamaatu pahigai bilakhani. Now Manthara thought, Kaikeyi, Bharata's mother, is the right place to tap. Why? Reason is, now see, Manthara has lived with Kaikeyi from almost childhood until now. She has been together. Therefore, every thought of Kaikeyi, Manthara knows very well. Her attitude, her behavior, her thought pattern, everything Manthara knows very well. And Kaikeyi also must have shown lot of such kubuddhi vichara earlier in the life, in their togetherness. She must have expressed or exhibited some of her such kubuddhis, maybe in a different way. So Manthara thought, she has that seed of kubuddhi. Who? Kaikeyi, Bharata's mother. Therefore, since there is a seed of kubuddhi in her, this one, it is easier to water that seed and make it grow overnight. Look at the confidence. Now see, subuddhi, kubuddhi, both are very powerful. Please be very attentive now. The intelligent person, the way, the power they have to create wonderful things, similar intelligence or probably another 10% more, the kubuddhi will have. Most of the time, initially, kubuddhi wins. Haven't you seen all the movies? I remember to have seen several, few decades back. The movies, what do you see? The kubuddhi wins almost 3/4 of the movie. Why? Almost the whole movie. Last 5 minutes, the hero comes and kills the villain, and then they lived happily ever after, like any story books also. Isn't it? But you will find dominance of kubuddhi in the movies. That is not false. That is how life is. All of us, including the speaker, all of us, it is not that we don't have kubuddhi. All of us have got kubuddhi. And interestingly, we enjoy the quality and texture of thoughts of that kind more and entertain that more. On the other day, somebody had come to the ashram to see me, and then for some issue. They said, the mobile, I tell you, mobile is an amazing example for any kind of issue. Mobile, when you open, you know better. You are all working along with it. Now don't sit there and think, okay, Swamiji, you are also doing like that. Because of that you understand. No. People like you who come here tell me all the information. Of course, I also use mobile, but we know how to use it. Yesterday also I mentioned mobile manners. Isn't it? But what is the condition we have? When we open the mobile, we want to, some messages come, we open the message and we respond to that message also. But do we immediately stop and keep the mobile? In most of the cases, you know that they will start, pushing it up. What is that? Some YouTube, some reels. The reels is a very horrible thing. You open and then you go on seeing. Suddenly you find you have been seeing for 40 minutes. Think. Now see, that power of the reels by itself does not have a buddhi. Mobile does not have buddhi. Human being has. Whether he uses it or not is a different issue, but he has buddhi. At any given period of time, you can go back, stop it, close it, and then continue with your work. No, karenge na, and then you will start pushing. And what do you see in that? Do you think you will see Ramayan videos, Mahabharata videos, Chanakya videos? No, all the erratic stuffs that are there. And today, most popular, who is going to win the presidential election in the US. Today is the result day. I have not yet seen, so I don't know who has won. If at all it has been over, it is over. But the point is, we keep seeing all that which is irrelevant for our growth. Is it not? All that which is useless for our being happy. Most of the time during our elections, why go to United States of America? Our states are sufficient to bring lot of tensions. Is it not? When that particular election comes, oh God, so much of problems, so much of things. And we are ready to see what happened between Israel and Iran. We are ready to see what happened between Russia and Ukraine. Think. We had every right, every capacity under the Constitution of India. You have no power which can stop me to stop the mobile, keep it, and be peaceful. Think. But then attraction. Kubuddhi is more powerful in attracting your mind than subuddhi. Is it not true? Aren't all of us a victim of this? Think. Therefore, we need to be very careful. The kubuddhi more often comes from outside. If I am careful, if I am vigilant, we can avoid. Sometimes we do get affected like the virus in the computer, but we always have an antivirus. We can delete it and keep it away. How many of us do it? Think. Look at that. Bharata matu pahi gayi bilakhani. She felt Bharata's mother Kaikeyi is the right person because she has the seed of kubuddhi. Ka anamani hasi kaha hasirani. Hasirani meaning Kaikeyi smilingly. She doesn't know anything. She even doesn't know about Ramchandraji's coronation. Not yet received the news. So she casually smiling. What has happened to you? Naturally, when you know your very close friend, when the face, again and again I keep repeating, Agattin Alagu Mugathil Theriyum, what is there inside our heart is seen in our face. When the face is pulled long and then, Kaikeyi noticed. She's been with her for decades. Therefore, she knows something is wrong with Manthara. Therefore, she asked, why are you looking so grave, so funny, so pulled down, so grieved? What has happened to you? Uttaradeina. She never answered. This is one very interesting trick. Most of the houses, with due respects, with due respects, many of the females have got such wonderful way of getting things done. Don't get wild. I am talking the truth. In case you are not like that, be happy. If you are like that, take a lesson. They will not speak. The husband will come and what happened? Why are you like that? Have I done something? Have the children done something? Have the neighbors done something? What has happened? They will go. They will not answer immediately. Why? That momentum should come. Isn't it? You have to steal their mind to such an extent that they cannot but accept your thought. That is the way they act. They are very good actors. Amazing, my God, the way they get their work done. Bhagavane, please protect. Most protection is required there. To keep our mind at poise. Look at that. Uttarudeina. Leyasasu. She gave very heavy breathing. All that natak. I don't know. I may not be a good drama person. She did all that natak. Uttarudeina leyu. Nari chari. Tulsi Dasji writes, not me. Tulsi Dasji writes, Nari Charita Kari Dharaiyasu, my God. Look at that. Tulsi Dasji, Santa Purusha writes, Nari Charita Kari. She adapted all the way of a woman who adapts so much of, dramatic ways to get their work done. Dharayasu. And she also shed crocodile tears. The great weapon, Bhayankara it is. Beware, beware, beware. Nari Charita Kari Dharayasu. हसी कहरानी गालु बढ़तोरे. Queen Kaikeyi, she started laughing. What is wrong with you? Why are you looking like this? So frustrated, deprived and deceived, like, you are such a very interesting girl. You are a naughty girl. Kaikeyi is telling Manthara, you are such a naughty person. Huh? What has happened to you? And suddenly she thought, is something. Then she said, Dina Lakhana Sika Asamana Pumore. See, is another very interesting point. Manthara, because of her closeness to Kaikeyi and because of the fact that she has lived with her for decades and because also of the fact that she has come from Kaikeya Desha, to that extent she is close, other servant means dare not tap Manthara. Why? Immediately news will go directly to the boss. So they all also kept her at a distance and kept her, and whatever she says, oh yes, they would do. Not even Maharani, servant maid Manthara. Probably she was made the chief servant. It is not mentioned, I am only thinking. Therefore, everybody kept a distance from Manthara. 1. 2, everybody knows the mentality of Manthara, probably. Therefore, they kept a distance. The only person who disciplined Manthara, who kept her at her spot, who gave her proper gyan to tell her, you can't play with me, was Lakshmana. Lakshmanji would always tune her properly so that she doesn't play with him all her tricks. So Kaikeyi asked him, Dini Lakhanasika, did Lakshmana did any correction in your way of behaviors? Did he discipline you somewhere that you have got? It happens, no? When parents discipline the child initially gets wild, isn't it? But cannot react. Parents, teachers. When teachers tell good things, many of the children don't like the way the teacher says, hey, shut up, don't do it. It's like that we also react. All of us react. Is it not? Like that, did Lakshmana do something? Tabahine bola chori bada papini. Bada papini, very, very, very wicked servant maid. Tabana bol, even then she kept quiet, she kept mum. And then she turned her face on the other side from Kaikeyi and started probably crying and then giving lot of, breathing, etc. so that she should know that she is disturbed. Chadai swasa kari janupa sampini, like how the sarpa you must have seen either in Pratyaksha Pramana or at least in TV serials and things like that, both Sarpa and then Sarpa like women. She was leaving lot of breeze outside and hissed like cobra. Sabhaya Rani kaha sikina. Then Kusala Rama Mahipalu. Now Rani Kaikeyi, until now she was bullying her. She was what happened? Why are you come out of it, etc., etc. And then she, but now please note, these are all the tricks people use. Rarely men also may use, but normally we find such tricks in women, household women. Both very rarely in the office also maybe, but these are all very common feature. Don't come with a lathi towards me and say, what do you think of women? No. All of you know, Some of you might have done also, but this is the fact, truth. Whether you like it or not, want it or not, accept it or not, know it or not. The truth is, all nataks are very, very strongly made for getting the work done. Manthara did so much of strong nataka. Sabhay, and when she was consistent in not talking, very strong weapon, very strong weapon. Sabhayarani kaha kahasikina. Why is it that you are not speaking even till now? You have never been like this earlier. I know you from childhood. What has happened? Now, Sabhayarani, even Maharani Kaikeyi started, worrying about Manthara. Why is she acting like this? Behaving like this. Lakhanubha, and she suddenly thought, Kusala Rama Mahipalu? Is Ramchandraji and Dasharatha in good condition? Are they fine? Now see, even here, Tulsidasi brings Mahipala Dasharatha, and before that, first Rama. This indicates the amount of the depth of love Kaikeyi had for Ramchandraji. She did not bring Bharata in picture. The first thought, Rama, then immediately Dasharatha. Are they well? Are they fine? Is their health good? And then she brings Lakhanu Bharata Ripusudana. Or Lakshmana, Bharata, Ripudamanu. Ripudamanu here means Shatrugna. Are they okay? Bhakubari Urasalu. Now, this Manthara would stay put. At the same time, listening to these two lines, what is that? Kusala Ramu Mahipalu, Lakhanu Bharata Ripadamanu. When she heard, she was very pained in her heart. We will see why she is pained. We will see. Now see. Kat sikh deyi hamahi kovu mai, galu karab kehi karabalu pai. राम ही छाड़ी कुशल के ही आजू, जेहि जने सुदेई जुबराजू, भयउ कौशिल ही विधि अति दाहिन, देखत गर्भ रहत उरनाहिन, देखहु कसन जाई सब शोभा, जो अवलोकि मोर मनु क्षोभा, पूतु विदेशन सोचु तुम्हारे, जानती हूँ बस नाहु हमारे, नीद बहुत प्रिय सेज तुराई, लखहु न भूप कपट चतुराई, सुनि प्रिय बचन मलिन मनु जानी, झुकी रानी अबरहु अरगानी, पुनिय सकबहु कहसी घर फोरी, तब दरि जीब कढ़ावहु तोरी, काने खोरे कुबरे, कुटिल कुचाली जानी, तिय विशेषी पुनि चेरी कही, भरत मातु मुसुकानी, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. Having understood that now Kaikeyi is perturbed, Kaikeyi is disturbed, that is the point till which they will act. Until then, that very, very disturbing silence, the roaring silence, Gurudev used to say, that which roars, At the same time, you can't hear anything. That very disturbing silence obviously is disturbed Kaikeyi. Therefore, she says, Katasika hamahiko mai. Manthara says to Kaikeyi, O mother, O Rani, why should anyone give me a lesson? Why is this thought? Because Kaikeyi said, did Lakshmana give you any teaching to discipline you? She asked, why should anyone give me a lesson? Galu karabake hi karabalu bai. And for me, on whose strength can I act like this? I was free everywhere, talking anything I want, telling anybody anything, because of the strength you gave to me. Now, on whose strength can I behave so freely? In the modern language, you may say, so cheeky. Isn't it? That's one word which is used very, very casually. On whose strength can I do that? Rama hi chadi kusala ke hi aju. In fact, today, who is happy other than Rama? Jehi janesu deyi jubaraju, whom the king is going to coronate him as the Yuvaraja. Until now, Kaikeyi did not know. Now that Rama is going to be coronated as Yuvaraja, who else can be more happier than Rama himself? Bhayavu Kausilahi. Now please note, the next thing is she's directing the gun towards Kausalyaji. Bhayavu Kausilahi bidi atidahina dekhata garaba rahata uranahina. Now the fate, the providence has turned most favorably towards Kaikeyi. The fate, the breeze is favoring Kausalya. And therefore, she cannot contain her pride. Now see, the usage here is she cannot contain her joy is the fact. Kausalyaji is so happy, so delighted, she is unable to hold her joy. But look at the way Manthara paints it to Kaikeyi. She cannot hold her pride. She is so proud. She is showing off her, head like that. Dekaha kasana jai sabhasobha. Why don't you go and see yourself? I am not telling something different. You go, see for yourself how the Ayodhya Vasis are enjoying, rejoicing. See how she is walking. Jo avaloki mora manuchoba. And because of which my mind is agitated. My mind is disturbed. Puta bidesa. Now look at that. Now she's again turning the guns back. And instigating her. Poisoning the mind is so easy. Honestly, I'm telling you. But if you are little careful in your vocabulary, you can spoil anybody's mind. And especially the weak mind fall prey. And here, now look at the beautiful preparation that Manthara did. Initially, she disturbed Kaikeyi's mind by her terrible silence. The moment mind is disturbed, such a mind is fertile for contamination, for poisoning. So she disturbed her mind. In that disturbed mind, Kaikeyi cannot think properly. Mind is already disturbed. And in that disturbed mind, now the poison is being served. Look at that. Puta bidesa. Your son is away somewhere in Kaikeyi Desha. He is somewhere in the foreign land. Foreign land here means what? In the other kingdom. Foreign Desha. Na socha tumhare. And you are so complacent. You have no idea what is happening around. You are being so dumbo in not understanding what is happening around. You have your own notion. What is a notion? Janati hahu bas nahu hamare. You think the Lord, meaning what? Dasharatha is under your thumb. You can make him play the way you want, which he was in a way, no doubt. Isn't it? Among the three Ranis, Dasharatha had lot of expression of love towards Kaikeyi. Not that he did not love the other two, but he definitely expressed lot of love towards Kaikeyi. There is a reason, we will see later. That part will come. You also know it in a way of saying. Your son is away, why you have a notion that Dasharatha is under your thumb. Nida bahuta priya sojaturai. You are completely fascinated by sleep. Sleeping all the time, you are enjoying. And in that cushioned bed when you sleep so much, sleeping all the time. Lakahuna bhupa kapata chaturai. You are not even able to understand all the cunning, deceitful thoughts of Dasharatha. He is also mesmerizing you. He is as though showing lot of love towards you. Hyping your emotions, giving you beautiful gifts, maybe some wonderful necklaces, etc. Very special treatment he is giving you. Therefore, you are covered by all those emotions because of moha. And you are unable to see the truth behind the deceitful activities of the king. Manthara has crossed half the well. Sunipriya bachana malina manujani. However, see, Kaikeyi also, she was very good. She had pure, uncontaminated love towards Ramchandraji, Dasharatji, Lakshmanji, Shatrugji, along with, of course, Bharata, who is her own son. She had equal love to all of them, as long as she was not disturbed. But however, when Manthara is talking all this, she was almost getting, carried away by the way Manthara explained. These people are very terrible, no? They know how to mesmerize the mind of the others and drag them in the direction which they want them to go. Manthara almost perverted the mind of Kaikeyi, but suddenly one flash of thought came up and said, Suni priya bachana malina manujani. Now see, Kaikeyi bounces back and said, listen to me. With your affectionate words. What is this affection? False affection shown on Kaikeyi by Manthara. As though she is very concerned about Kaikeyi. Manthara, as though loves Kaikeyi. Of course she loves, no doubt about it. Loved Kaikeyi, but with that affectionate words. But at the same time, what a beautiful statement. Malina manujani. Kaikeyi also knows Manthara. Not only Manthara knows Kaikeyi, Kaikeyi also knows Manthara. Therefore, in the garb of affectionate words, she has a malicious mind. Jhukirani abarahu aragani. Immediately, Kaikeyi turned towards Manthara and said, with an angry voice and angry face, she said, Puniyasaka bahu kahasi gharapori. Gharapori, very beautiful word. It means the one who divides a family through drama, but at the same time for false benefits, deceitful benefits. For their own benefit, this deceitful thought is given, words are given, and they break the family. Many people are there around us. Please note. Why families? Ashrams also. There are people. Think. Even in ashrams, there are such poisonous people who divide the family, who divide the ashram. Beware is the call. She immediately said, shut up. That is the word she used. Keep quiet now. You very bad lady who divide the family like this, if you speak one word again, Tabadhari jeeba kadhavam tori, I will pull your tongue out of your mouth if you speak one word again like that. Keep quiet. Kaikeyi. Now see, in between that sense comes, but at the same time, the sense also goes away. Why? Because of the power of the deceitful people's way of speaking. Therefore, we need to be extremely careful. Kane kore kubare. The one-eyed, the lame, hunchback Manthara, kutila kuchali jani. She said, know this to be very perverted and wicked. Tiyabiseshi puni cheri kahi. And more so if they are from the downtrodden and if they are very poor. Earlier, of course, in this case she was with Kaikeyi, she is not very poor. At the same time, she is only a servant. Bharata matu musukani. Bharata's mother smiled. Now please note one more very important lesson. Very many times you will find the servants come to know your weak point and take benefit, take advantages of your weakness and rule over you. The servants have to be kept at that place. You love them. Love is something Bhagavan has given to all of us. Love them. Unconditionally love them. Nothing wrong. Help them. Please, they require, they need it. But at the same time, let them not enter your frame. Keep them at that distance. Otherwise, you will be carried away with their all Maya Shakti. This is a very important lesson that we learn from this particular episode. How Manthara is going to take again the mind of Kaikeyi, we will see tomorrow. Alright. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।